What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm gonna start the first part of the repairing the door hinge. I'll probably finish it tomorrow night or something. But here it is. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna disassemble it, and then I'm gonna go over some of the parts that I purchased to complete the project. Here we go. So I purchased 4 of these AKB, and they were 25 cents each. Right here. And then I'll tell you guys where they all go. These flange nuts for the M10 by 1.25 zinc plated, but it has these the grooves so it doesn't back out as easily. These cap screws right here, 10 by 1.25, 80 millimeter. That's the essential part. And what we want is for this portion from here to cover the complete section of that hinge. And these do it perfectly. I bought 2 of those. Flat washers for the bottom. I might get some of the, I forgot what they're called, the other washers, or I might double up on these right here per side, depending on how they fit in here. So these are all for one side, which obviously I only need 2 of these, but I bought a pack. 2 of these. I needed these 4 for 2 for each side, and they're super thin right there compared to these guys, which are kind of hefty. Let's put them side by side. But I needed the thin ones for a reason. See the width difference there. And the total price was $10. And the only thing that you actually have to buy again would be these and these. Or actually, no. Let's say, yeah, these. 2 more of these. And right there. Those are the prices. That's the total. Home Depot. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so as you can see, I cut it in the middle, and I used a flat to just pry it off, and we'll finish it off with the hair. I wish I had a table.
Are you listening? Damn.
off. There it goes. And then do the same to the other side. Sorry. Alright guys, so this is the final product. You just have to either decide to add another nut up here to maybe like tying both of them together, or if you feel like you're confident in the actual piece, you can just cut it off. The actual bolt will still fit in this hole. You tell one is offset. This one goes right into the bolt, so you want the head of this screw at this hole, and you want the bottom of it to come out here so that you can offset the wider nut on this side. And let me show you the difference. Okay, so this is the one that I haven't modified yet. It actually it has like a little bit of play, and that is what leads to the sag. This one here had a lot more play right here. But now the width of this goes into this hole perfectly. And so there's no play between this part and, you see that it doesn't move at all. And so it'll slide and the door won't sag. That's what causes it to sag. And I'll put bolts in right now so that you can see that it actually will work. See how the shaft of here is clear? Put this in. This has to be tightened. And there it is. There's your solution. 20 bucks. You do have to drill out these outer holes. So if you have a drill press or something, you're golden. Or if you have a nice drill bit. This one is kind of funky. I try to do it just for the show, but for my channel, but the holes here are kind of offset, but if you drill it perfectly, it'd be so much better. But mine, even if I ran this one, I'm probably not going to run this one, but even if I ran this one, it would still be better than probably what's on my car right now. So there's the solution. There should be no up and down play, which this one has, because this is not tightened. I just hand tighten this. Tighten this down, and this will rotate on top of it. It'll only rub on this shaft, which will last you many years to come. And by the time you have to replace this again, you probably should just go find another set and redo it, you know? I mean, it's gonna be a while before that ever happens. I hope you guys enjoyed. Okay, so a quick review of everything that just happened. Let me take this apart real quick. So I cut the original one out. I cut the original one out. And then I use the flat to pound. All you have to do is pound diagonally into the surface right here. Diagonally into the surface, and it'll push it, it'll work its way out like this. Against the wall. Against the wall and the screw. Like this. You guys can see that. And it work itself out that way, like that. So no special tools, just a flathead and a hammer. And then a angle grinder to cut straight through, or Dremel or whatever. And then a drill bit that is the same size as this, the same diameter, 80 millimeter, I think. Let me see. Yeah, and then you drill both ends, slide this screw, those bolts. Let me keep all this because it's funky, because this piece that I got here, they welded some washer into here for some reason. I don't know why. And so the original bolt doesn't actually go in, but you can tell the head fits perfectly on it. So it'll pass that. It'll stay. And then this side, even if I put this in, you can still put the bolt in. Like that. And it can move. It doesn't affect it at all on either side. And once you tighten this, it'll put load onto it. These will lay flat. This washer is just to fill the gap between, just to give it the right amount of space. Depending on which one you do, I would space the bottom so that it actually slides on it. That's what I would do. I assume that this was the driver's side. It says left on there, so driver's side, it would have been like this on that side. So then I put the washer here so that it actually slides on top of the washer. The top one doesn't actually need one. And then compress it, tighten it. The screw still works. If I took this little stupid washer off, it would actually fit another one in there. I don't know why they did that. So obviously this isn't going in. I could probably just Dremel that, cut that off and then put it in, but just for demonstration's sake. And you can see how the body, the complete body of the shaft fits right between everything. So it doesn't have any threads that it's sliding on. There's a washer, there was a washer, I put a washer between here and this, just so that I can put a little bit more pressure because the threads end there. So then you just use that washer to compress it. I hope that makes sense. This is it. This should last you years if you do it right. And the point of failure is within the what do they call it? Washer bearings, a lipped washer bearing that sits between both sides. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. This is the point of failure right here. This is what causes your door to sag. It would usually sit in the hole that way, but after years of usage, these edges, they just wear down and they fail. And then this is where this shaft, this is where it actually will, it won't touch the, see this is a failure right here. You see there. So there's a point of failure right there. This is what causes the bracket to move. And that tiny bit of movement causes the door to sag. That sag causes it to not close correctly. Both these braces work fine. It's just this point right here. And there's no way to remove it, so just cut it, drill the new holes on top. Sorry, I keep going over the same stuff, but drill the holes on both ends, put the shaft in, washer in between here, and then washer on this side, so 2 washers at the bottom.
Are you listening?
And tighten, and you're good. Hey, so that was me doing the hinges on my AE86 door hinge. Remember that this is just my way of doing it. The reason why I chose to go to Home Depot to find the parts was that I wanted you guys to be able to reproduce the results like as easily, as quickly as possible. Keep in mind there are pin kits out there online. They range from I would say like 12 bucks to like 20 bucks per side. So they come with like 2 pins. You can also buy individual pins, but they come with the original spacer bearing style one, which I don't like. I like my way because the center hinge also is pretty sturdy, and there's no chance of it of a bearing failing again. The reason why I did this was that I wanted it to be easily reproduced so that all of you guys can just go out there, pick up the parts, do it yourself, and have a door hinge that works. Feel free to actually look around and maybe look for OEM or aftermarket replacement pins, but this is the easiest for me. I chose to do it this way because it's 10 bucks. It's probably doing it this way probably saves you $10 total for the whole project, and it's what's easier than going down to the local Home Depot or Lowe's or your local hardware store and just picking up the things that you need so that you can just get it done right away. And I've never really have tried the other way. I've tried this way, but and it's worked well. And I don't have a video of it working on my car because I didn't put it onto my car, but this is just my solution. And I hope, and feel free to post in the comments your results. I want to see, because I want to know if it actually works. And best of luck to your AE86 door hinge project. I hope that anything that you take away from this is positive. Oh yeah, and hit me up in the comments. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Maybe I'll have the knowledge to do it. Peace.